everyone, I'm Noelle, and today I am 14 weeks pregnant. So it is week 14 and the baby is the size of a lemon. I am still due on September 15th and my next doctor's appointment will be in 2 weeks in week 16. This last week I did have a dentist appointment. I was able to get one because my teeth were really getting super sensitive, and I'm really glad I went. They really recommend that you go in your second trimester for a gentle teeth cleaning. In your first trimester, you know, they don't want to have any bacteria get into your bloodstream because that can harm the baby, and the third trimester also they don't want to transfer anything too much. So the second trimester is kind of considered the safe zone. Different dentists do have different opinions. Mine is very conservative. They will only let me come in the second trimester and they won't let me come back unless I have a dental emergency. So the hygienist did a really gentle cleaning on my teeth and she said that my gums were definitely swollen, but they weren't bleeding too badly, and she just said I just need to be very vigilant about flossing and brushing, and I also have some acid erosion, and so she gave me kind of a paste to help with that. But I did mention about the teeth sensitivity and I thought I was getting cavities, but she said it actually was probably from clenching my teeth or grinding my teeth at night. And this is something they've talked to me about for years. I said, yeah, when I'm under a lot of stress, I will wake up in the middle of the night and my jaw will be like clenched, or I'll feel the pain from it being clenched. And she said probably with the stress of the morning sickness and everything, it's causing me to do that again and not sleeping well at night, and just compounded with all the hormones and everything. She said you really need to be wearing a night guard. So I can't get a fancy one right now because my insurance doesn't cover it, but I did just order one of those little boil and bite ones off Amazon, really cheap. So I'm going to be getting that very soon, and I'm really hoping that helps. I've really been trying to focus on relaxing more before bed, and really just trying to get better sleep. And I've noticed in the last week my sensitivity hasn't been as bad as it was for a while, so I think it really probably is that stress related. Other symptoms this week, it's pretty much the same as before. Morning sickness is still here and it's still bad. In this last week I had a few really bad days, a few really good days, and a few really bad days. And it's just, the good days are pretty good. You know, I still have kind of the nauseous feeling. Still takes me a long time to get food in my stomach and keep it down. But, you know, on those good days I'll either throw up only once or not at all, and I will just feel more alive. Like today is a good day. I haven't thrown up and I'm so excited because I just hate those days. Like the last 2 days I have just been sick from the time that I wake up till the time I go to bed, and seriously, like it didn't go away at all. Even when I ate, I felt a little better, but I still just felt disgusting. I went to bed so nauseous last night. It was just awful. And I mean, I think I've talked about it before, but it's really bad. I throw up 2 to 3, sometimes even 4 times. I can't keep food down until late in the afternoon, and it's just awful. And I know some women have it so much worse, but at this point, I mean, I'll talk about that in a minute, but let me finish the symptoms. Also, something I didn't mention last week, but last week, because of the morning sickness, I actually ended up switching my prenatal. I was taking the Garden of Life Raw prenatal, and I can't swallow pills, so I was emptying the capsules into juice and drinking them, but the nausea and I just couldn't handle it, and I think that was making me even more sick. So I ended up not taking them very often, which was bad, and I finally gave in and I got gummy prenatals. I got, I believe, the VitaFusion brand. It was the only brand that my local store had, and I've been taking those most days. I think one day I didn't take them, but every other day I've been taking them, and they seem to not make me sicker. So, but even just getting those down can be, I don't know, it's just hard. It's really hard when you just don't feel well. Other symptoms, I've been having quite a bit of round ligament pain. And just kind of stretching, and not too much. It doesn't actually like really hurt. It's not super uncomfortable, but they're there here and there, and you can feel them, and you know, it's part of being pregnant, and I totally do not mind those symptoms at all. I'm still itchy. I still have those rashes. Still have acne everywhere. And the biggest thing this week that I think has actually played into the morning sickness has been I've been having really bad allergies, and I know that's not a pregnancy symptom. The weather is changing, it's springtime. Rock and Reno's constantly. But with those allergies, my nose, I've just been so congested, and I've been blowing my nose all the time, which makes me feel even more nauseous, and I've been having awful sinus headaches. And the mornings that I wake up with a sinus headache, the last couple of days, I've noticed that I get a lot sicker. This morning I did not wake up with a headache, and I feel good. So I think it just really compounds and just makes me feel disgusting. I have broken down and taken Tylenol for one of them, and it helped. It kind of took the edge off of it, but it didn't take it away completely. That's the thing with sinus headaches. I've been putting peppermint oil on and the Tylenol and other things. There's very little you can do for a sinus headache, because unless you get rid of that congestion in your head, which is almost impossible to do when you're pregnant. So that's pretty much it for symptoms, pretty much the same. My emotions this week have been very, very tumultuous. I have been very moody, very easily frustrated and irritated, and very full of pregnancy hormones. But I've also been feeling very up and down in the fact that on my good days, I am excited and I am happy and I am able to get lots of things done, and it's awesome. And on my sick days, I am miserable and depressed and frustrated and just feeling like I can't handle it anymore. And you know, I have to be careful what I say here, because everybody has their own experience, everybody has their own emotions based on where they are in their journey of life. And I mean, I am incredibly grateful to be pregnant. I am so excited about this baby. But when you feel so sick for so long, and everybody tells you that by week 12 or 13 you're going to be feeling great again, and then you're not, and you get worse, it's really hard to remain hopeful, and it's really hard to remain excited. I was looking forward to that week 12 and that week 13 and hoping that I would feel better, and then when I start feeling worse, I'm like, now I don't know if it's gonna end. I may feel like this till delivery, and I know many, many women do, but especially in the YouTube community, I just gotta say this, I have watched a lot of pregnancy vlogs, a lot, and every single one of them that I have watched so far, by week 13 or 14, they're all peppy and happy and feeling so awesome. And I'm sitting here going, I feel like crap. Why do I feel like crap? Where are the other women that feel like crap? And I know that there are a lot of them out there, and they're probably not the ones doing pregnancy vlogs because they feel like crap. But it's just frustrating, really frustrating. So if you have watched vlogs, or if you vlog and you're still feeling bad, or you've seen people feel bad after the 13th week, please tell me those channels down below, because I would love to watch somebody else who is miserable just like me. Yeah. Anyways, end of that rant, moving on. Weight gain and loss, I did gain 1 pound this week. So I am still down 3 pounds because I've kind of gone up and down, but that is great that I have been able to put on 1 pound. My belly, I have not actually measured it yet, but I will just mention in here that I have not worn pants in weeks. I wear skirts and dresses. Even though I have the belly bands, just the thought of pants makes me want to puke. Like, I don't know. I can't stand the thought of pants right now. Cravings and aversions. My cravings, when I was feeling good a couple of days ago, my cravings for my sweet tooth came back. I wanted ice cream. I wanted donuts, and not just any donuts. I wanted the Archer Farms donuts from Target. I wanted my Annie's grams. I wanted honey grams. I wanted, sweet yogurt. I wanted sweets. So I think that's probably why I put on the pound last week. But I definitely indulged a little bit, and oh well, I'm totally fine with that. I'm still craving salty things. I had a huge craving for Pizza Hut pizza, and when I went to Target to get my donuts, I could not leave there without going to the cafe and getting a pizza and their breadsticks. Oh my gosh, their breadsticks. And it was amazing, and I felt so good, and it was just delicious. So yeah, that was pretty much my cravings this week. Aversions are still the same, seafood, meat, spicy stuff, yuck. Essential oils I've used this week, again, pretty much the same. The Peace and Calming on my feet at night, Peace and Calming bath salts. And then I also, this week, got my Essential Rewards order for Young Living, and I got another bath gel base. And what I do is they buy their base gel, which is just like an unscented gel, and I put my essential oils in it. And the one I had previously was the Joy Blend, and I love it, but it's not pregnancy safe, so I haven't used it since I became pregnant, and so I was waiting to get another one so that I could put another one in there. So I did actually put Peace and Calming in there, and while it's not my favorite scent in the world, it's kind of musky, it is very relaxing, and since I shower at night, it's really nice to have that right before I go to bed. So very excited about that. The only other one, again, is the Gentle Baby stretch mark oil, and then a little bit of peppermint to ease my sinus issues. Preparations for baby. Like I said, I did have a couple of really good days and some good afternoons, and my nesting went into overdrive. Seriously. I was cleaning and organizing like crazy. I have been looking around the house and trying to picture where things are going to be. I've mentioned before, we don't have a specific room for a nursery at this time. We kind of have an attic room that's like shared baby stuff / my craft room, and while an older child might end up sleeping up there if we still live in this house, I don't really want to have a nursery per se up there because it's a big flight of stairs and it's not positioned near our room, and it's just kind of strange. So in our room, I've been really working on clearing some space in the closet. We had a big dresser of clothes that we basically never wore, so I cleaned out the 2 top drawers of that. Just kind of trying to position things and clean out things. I was working in my laundry area, moving things around, getting the cloth diaper soaps up there. I was also kind of bored at one point, and I know it's early, I know, but I made up my list for our hospital bag, the baby's bag, and also a giant to-do make and stock up list, things like toilet paper, paper towels, detergent, all of that kind of stuff, things that I want to make sure I'm way stocked up on before the baby comes. Yes, it's early, I know. The stock up list came to mind because, I can start looking out for sales. We have lots of places to store lots of toilet paper and stuff, and I can start making, not now, but closer to the time, large containers of hand soap and, just things to have on hand and look for sales for. And with the hospital bag, this template I kind of borrowed from Carla the Bubble Blush. I was watching her when she had her first daughter, our first child, Hannah, she had this super organized, you know, Word document in these little boxes, and I just loved that. So I went through and watched her video and looked at the things that she had, and then looked at my list that I had written down from watching like 40 other what to pack in your hospital bag videos, and kind of put in my things. And so I organized it a little bit different. I added a few extra categories, but I am pretty pleased with the result. And if you guys want to see it, I will share this when I do my what's in my hospital bag video a little bit down the road. I have not actually started packing the bag and won't actually start packing the bag until later on. However, I did start collecting for it. I was at Target, and in their travel section they were having a sale on these little travel kit containers, and I use these for actually my essential oil classes. We make products and put in them, but one of them I set aside for us just in case we want to put stuff in here to take with us. But I also got this idea from you know, when you go to the dentist. Last week I went to the dentist, and they give you the little kit with the toothbrush and toothpaste, and I was like, oh, that's a great idea. But I had these 2 bags from other travel things, and so I'm going to put together our toothbrush, toothpaste, a thing of soap, razor, you know, all our little toiletries in here, and just start collecting them just because I can. And you know, got some facial tissue and a little thing of cast iron soap. You know, I'm not going to show you everything that I collect for that, obviously, as the week goes on, but I did want to mention that I have started kind of collecting and setting aside for that, just because, you know, because I can. That's pretty much it. And then the other thing I did this week was I sewed a changing pad. This is the Babyville. I got this pattern is in the it's the Babyville Baby Essentials pattern book. I got it at Joann's. It has all kinds of baby products in it to make, and so this side is the Babyville PUL in the ducky print, and then the backing is just a ducky fleece print. And I realized that PUL is kind of tricky to sew with, so I learned some lessons about that. And there's definitely a corner that's not so perfect, but some of them this corner looks pretty good. But I'm going to make a couple of these. I'm going to have a changing station. Basically, I'm thinking just a pad and diapers and wipes and everything in our bedroom, in the living room, and then one for the diaper bag. So I have one pad in the diaper bag, although this one folds up much smaller, so I might use one of these in the diaper bag. I'm not sure. So I'm definitely going to make at least one more of these, if not another one, just in case. But yeah, the PUL is awesome because it's just waterproof, wipeable, and fleece is also somewhat water resistant, and so, you know, if you decide to put the baby down on this and it gets dirty, it's pretty easy to clean off. So I am really excited about this. I love little duckies, they're so cute. And then baby buys, I bought 2 things this week. Neither of them are really for the baby, they're really for me. But the first one, I was making an Amazon order. I had these on my wish list for a while, and they are actually on clearance. So I got the Bamboobies Boob Ease Soothing Therapy Pillows, and they were on clearance for $20 when they're normally $28, although I still had to pay, I think, like $5 shipping with these because they were not sold through Amazon. But they're very interesting. They are filled with natural flax seeds, and so you can cool them in the freezer or you can warm them in the microwave. But it's just got the flax seeds. This is a really soft, fuzzy fabric, and then this is more of like a jersey knit type of thing. But it's got the beads in there, and I wanted to have them. I know not everybody has issues along the way, but I figured it's best to have them on hand in case you do, instead of having an emergency and not be able to get them. So I'm really glad to have those. And the other thing, I don't have it with me, but I ended up getting a snuggle this week. And if you don't know what a snuggle is, I'll put a link below. It's a giant pregnancy pillow, pregnancy body pillow, that's a C-shaped one. And it's been very helpful. I was starting to really have a hard time sleeping because I was getting back pain and I was getting side pain when I was sleeping on my sides, and it's just, I was very uncomfortable and it was not working out. So I kind of wish I had not gotten a C-shaped one. I wish I had gotten a straight one that you could move, because when I do try to curl up in the C shape, I have a very hard time sleeping, and maybe that will change later on. I am the type of person that, like, if I get a new pillow, I don't sleep for 4 days. So that was probably the reason, because it's comfortable. I just couldn't sleep. But I have ended up turning it away from me, so the C is away from me, and then I kind of hug it if I'm on my like belly side, or I turn my back so my back has some support if I'm on the other side. So that has really actually been helping me sleep the last few nights. Still playing around with it, but yeah, that's about that. So that's pretty much it for 14 weeks. Let me go ahead and show you my belly. I don't think there's a whole lot of difference, but there you go. It's still very, very small. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.